have to disagree with everything I say?
It wasn't even a domestic. We shouldn't have interfered.
They were screaming and yelling at each other and throwing things. What do you call it?
Passion.
Typical.
But right now, they're probably having the best make-up sex they've ever had.
Give it a rest. Wasn't that maroon Pajero reported stolen earlier today?
Or the one near Bendigo.
Mount Thomas 258 to VKC, request an if listed on a maroon Pajero, November Golf 475.
Stand by 258. VKC to Mount Thomas 258, your November Golf 475, not listed.
Is this nuts?
Yep, receive that VKC. Let's sort this lead foot out. Over 140.
It's a 100% drop.
Yeah,
Keep behind the wheel of that
150.
thing.
Back off. It's too fast for this road. Constable Jones, discontinue the pursuit.
Yeah. Are you all right?
I don't believe this. Didn't you see the gravel?
Well, you saw it and you didn't tell me?
You're the drop kick. Mount Thomas 258 to VKC.
Go ahead, 258.
So this four-wheel drive wasn't listed as stolen?
No, but it matched the description.
And then this Commodore driver challenged you to pursue him?
Yeah.
So what we have is a stolen four-wheel drive with false plates. The Commodore was a decoy vehicle in case the police showed an interest.
There's no list of the plates in the system at all.
So now we have one damaged police vehicle, non-operational, which needs to be repaired.
Yes.
Do I need to state the obvious, Sergeant?
No, boss.
You can come in, Constable. That'll be all. Thank you, Sergeant. Don't bother to sit down, Jones. This won't take long.
Boss.
So, we have one damaged police vehicle.
Look, it wasn't called in as a pursuit, and really it was just a bit of a bingle.
Well, technically it was a pursuit, and your sergeant told you to back off.
Yes, boss, she did. This isn't Sergeant Gallagher's fault.
Don't waste your breath, Jones. I want this bit of a bingle sorted out ASAP. And I want to know if this four-wheel drive is still on our patch. Go. You're still a probationary constable, Jones, part of a team. When your sergeant gives you an order, you obey.
Yes, boss.
Now take a good look at your performance, son. A good look.
Oh, sorry, love.
Are you blind?
Sorry.
Idiot.
Constable Jones, g'day, mate.
You're a bloody idiot too.
What's up with her?
It's Kylie being a pain as usual. Priority numero uno. Take the keys, we'll step in the office, we'll do the paperwork, eh?
Good on you, mate. Cheers. 5 minutes. Hey.
Ah, good. I wanted a word with you.
Right.
Teamwork.
Evening.
G'day.
How you going, all right, everybody?
Yeah, good. Can't this wait till tomorrow? This is drinking time.
Starting tomorrow, you and I are going to be working the day together.
Oh, yeah?
Yep, you're going to learn all over again what it means to be a member of a team.
I know, it's just an excuse to be alone with me again.
That is exactly what I mean. You don't listen.
All right, I hear you, fine.
What do you think about a station wagon?
Can I afford it?
Oh, a slightly damaged police vehicle might be going for a good price.
What happened to it?
Jonesy lost an argument with a road sign.
Why didn't you lot wreck your cars more often when I was fixing?
Sorry, Hugh.
We'll still be in business today. You stick to the ones I've marked.
Yep.
I'll go out and see a few tomorrow, eh?
And that Salamon's job's still open if you want it, eh?
See how we go, eh?
Yeah. It's helping me buy a used car.
And the rest.
Now take PJ. You meet him as a copper and you think, no passion. But he stays on top of the job.
Good team member too.
VKC to Mount Thomas 358.
Mount Thomas 358 receiving.
Have a report of a scrub fire in the Plate Gilly Road area, possibly deliberately lit.
Received that VKC. We're on our way. Hang on. Who's that?
Billy Timms, why am I surprised? 20 Ks, should I continue the pursuit?
If you think you can handle it. Billy, come here a minute, mate.
Mum, tell them they're up themselves.
Language!
Mrs. Timms, there's no need for that.
Well, you're not the one trying to bring him up.
Yeah. Billy, what were you doing down near the gully?
I was in the bush and I saw the smoke, so I went to see what it was.
You weren't mucking around with lighters again, were you, little
I
mate?
didn't light any fire. There's a dumped car down there. That's where it started.
Yeah, dumped car. Fireys have reported that. What we don't know, Billy, is who set the dumped car on fire.
Billy, if you did this...
Mum, I wouldn't set a dumped car on fire. They're fun. You can pretend to drive in it.
Well, why did you run away from us when you saw us?
Well, duh. What do you reckon?
What were you doing down in the bush?
Looking for Lizzie's.
Eh?
He's crazy about lizards. Always freaking me out bringing them home.
I was after this one, and then I saw the car on fire. Already really blazing up. Must have had petrol in it still. The bush started going up flames, like leaping up the trees, spreading everywhere.
Yeah, okay, Billy. We're going to be checking this out. But you better be telling us the truth, or we're going to need to speak to you again.
Hear that?
It's been an accident on Diggers Creek Road.
What happened here?
I witnessed Colin Frames and he took the scenic route on the way home from St David's. Came across this. Car here, engine's still running. Victim unconscious here.
Any ID?
Oh, yeah. Shane Connolly.
Shane? If Shane's panels, he's doing the job on the patrol car.
No other vehicle involved?
No, nothing, no one.
Oh, well. Mr. Frame. I'm Sergeant Gallagher.
Hi.
Was he able to tell you anything at all?
No, he was out cold. He didn't move. I thought he was a goner.
And you didn't see anything, any other vehicle, anything to explain what happened here?
No. No, is he going to be all right?
Can't be sure at this stage, mate.
Yeah. Thanks for your help. Anything missing?
I'll take a look. It's not a robbery.
Mr. Connolly, we're just trying to piece together what happened this morning. Where were you going?
I was on my way home. Green Valley Stud. It's at the end of Diggers Creek Road.
So you just finished work or what?
I was on my way back from St David's. Had dropped some parts off, you know.
And what happened?
Oh, this. Bang, out of nowhere. Someone bashed me in the head.
Were you in or out of your car when you were here?
Out. Got out. Heard someone right behind me. Started to turn. Bang. Lights out.
Did you see your attacker?
Balaclava.
What did he hit you with?
You just said you were outside of your car. What was that?
I stopped to look at the crashed car.
Can you describe this car?
It was a light-coloured Sonata.
Well, there was no crash car at the scene.
Oh, did I imagine that? Oh, head still feels like it's in two pieces. Not really sure what's real and what isn't. So, what else did I take?
Oh, there's nothing obviously missing. Did you have any valuables with you?
Mobile, CD player, that sort of stuff.
Yeah, that's all still there. Safe.
You checked the boot?
What was in the boot?
A set of golf clubs.
No, there's nothing in the boot.
Did I leave those at home? Oh, sorry, fellas.
Mr. Connolly, could this attack have been on you for some kind of personal reason?
Jeez, I don't do that bad a job of fixing up people's cars, Sarge.
The hit on the head's real, and everything else might or might not have happened.
Or it could all be real.
I want another talk with our witness. Name,
Colin Frame.
Yeah, on the case. Well done.
No, I didn't see any other car. Not by the time I came along. No, I definitely didn't see any other car.
Did you touch Mr. Connolly's vehicle? Close the boot, for instance?
No, I didn't touch anything. I checked to see whether anyone else was hurt, and then I phoned here and stayed with him till you arrived.
You got a moment, Sarge?
Yeah. Look, thanks for coming in again, Mr. Frame. Constable Jones will see you out. Yeah?
We did find tyre marks in the ditch opposite where Shane Connolly was found.
So there was another car.
There's no broken glass, no signs of an accident.
So what was this? A setup. Somebody lures Shane into stopping, assaults him, moves the supposedly crashed car later.
I'll sort him out.
Yeah. It's a pretty elaborate setup. Faked the crash, bloke in a balaclava with some kind of weapon.
Or someone's got it in for Shane in a big way.
No, it's got to be more than that. And why is he so vague about everything? I mean, golf clubs in that boot? Come on.
Hey, he got a bad whack on the head. That could explain him being vague.
We've got somebody here reporting a stolen car. It's Connolly's girlfriend.
Poor thing. I couldn't even bear to wake him. Not even to tell him the news.
Just about the car?
No. Private news.
What's that?
It's private. Sorry.
Okay, let's talk about your Hyundai. What happened there?
I left it in the car park at the supermarket near one of those signs, you know, where you park your trolleys. I locked it and I lost it.
And you're not at all concerned about that?
Oh, it's just a car.
Lorelei, how long have you known Shane?
I met him on the Gold Coast a couple of years ago. I was selling tickets in a raffle with a condo as first prize. And he bought 10.
So was he working up there at the time, or was he on holiday?
Why are you asking me about Shane?
Well, he was assaulted today, and we want to know who might have had a reason to do it.
No, he had a car accident, didn't he?
We've interviewed Shane, and he says that he stopped on Diggers Creek Road because he saw a Hyundai in the ditch. And when he got out, he was struck by an unknown attacker.
Oh, I didn't know that. I thought he'd had an accident.
Was this car in the ditch Shane Connolly's girlfriend's missing car or not?
If it was certainly a clever way to make sure Shane stopped.
Yeah, but you talked to Shane. Surely he would recognise her car.
Oh, he was pretty groggy, boss.
Or at least he was acting groggy.
You think he knew what he was saying?
I just think someone's playing a different game to the one we think they are.
Okay, let's hear your theories, Constable.
Shane Connolly had something in his car that somebody wanted.
Ah, so robbery, not retribution.
We don't have enough evidence to jump to that sort of conclusion yet, boss.
All right, so where is Lorelei's missing Hyundai Sonata?
Well, Billy the Kid might have seen it.
Billy Timms?
Yeah, well, we picked him up near a burning car off the fire track of Flat Gully Road, and that would have happened around the same time that Shane was assaulted.
Did we check out this car? I suggest it's time we did.
Right, boss. Let's go, Sarge.
Hyundai.
It's quite a coincidence.
Pretty fierce fire.
Must have chucked a lot of petrol around. This is certainly not an old dumped car.
Oh, God.
It's okay, it's only a dummy. Put yourself in the picture, Sarge. You're Shane Connolly. You drive around the bend and there's a car off the road. Your girlfriend's car. Lying half in and half out of the car is what looks like an injured person.
That dummy could have been in the car from before it was stolen.
Dummy?
Yeah, a mannequin.
Yeah, put there to make Shane stop. Shane was on his way back from St David's, right? And he had something in his car that they wanted. Something so valuable that they knew he wouldn't stop unless he was convinced that someone he cared about was at risk.
If he cares so much, why didn't he tell us it was Lorelei's car from the start?
Because he thinks that she's trying to set him up and he wants to deal with it himself.
Yeah, and what does that tell us about Shane Connolly?
Well, he's got something to hide and he wants to stay one step ahead of us.
Yeah, okay. Shane's got something to hide and Lorelei, his bimbo girlfriend, is smack dab in the middle of it.
Did you just call her a bimbo?
Come on, Evan. She's a hairdo on legs.
Yeah, well, I think she's one of those people who's too gullible and open for her own good.
Oh. I think we should have another word with Shane Connolly. G'day.
Fellas, I was just onto the yard about the police car. It's almost set.
Oh, good. Cheers. So, is everything all right, Lorelei?
I just came in to tell Shane my news. He isn't very happy.
You found a car yet?
Yeah, we have. It's completely burnt out. It's a total write-off, I'm afraid.
Well, it was insured, so let's look on the bright side.
Lorelei, can you tell us what was in your car when it was stolen?
Oh, I'm a really untidy person, aren't I?
Can you describe the main items?
Some old flatty shoes for driving, and also a tracky top. Just an ancient thing. Some magazines.
Was there anything else?
Yes.
Can you tell us, please?
I really don't want to.
I really think you should.
Baby things. That was my news. Saw the doctor today and we're having our baby. I was so happy. And I had my hair done especially, and we'd have a nice meal. And I'd tell you and just make it so special, and now you're accusing me of being involved in some plan to hurt you. So spoiled. So spoiled.
He'll be all right. He'll be proud about it later.
Yeah, he will be. I know.
Relationships, eh? Don't leave it like this. Go back in there.
You actually seem to really care. Even though I know you don't. Not really.
Well, believe it or not, a lot of coppers actually do care. That's why we do the job.
God, don't try telling Shane that. He won't believe you, that's for sure.
Doesn't like us much, eh?
Not much, no.
Look, Lorelei, we're trying to help him. We're trying to make sense of it all.
I don't know why anyone would do this to him.
There has to be a reason.
Well, I don't know what it is.
There has to be.
Lorelei, do you know why he went into St David's today?
Sorry?
Well, it might help us help him if we knew.
Oh, no, there wasn't anything different about that.
So he went in regularly?
He goes to the bank Thursday mornings. How do I look now?
Terrific.
Thanks.
So he goes to the bank Thursday mornings regularly.
Hmm.
And why didn't Shane tell us that?
So, what exactly are you asking me to do, mate?
If Shane Connolly is making some kind of cash transaction every Thursday, this whole thing starts to make sense.
Has to be a cash withdrawal, right?
Yeah, it's not your normal payroll, PJ.
Well, there's no way you get the info from the bank.
No way at all. I mean, Tess doesn't even reckon we'll get a warrant.
Well, she's right.
But, you know, there are ways and there are ways.
You know, your sergeant wouldn't be very pleased with your methods, Constable.
Look, I stuffed up on the patrol car and I just want to do good on this one, PJ.
Okay. But we've never had this conversation. Clear?
Yeah, fair enough.
All right. I'll make a call.
Cheers, mate. Oh, right, yeah.
Yeah.
So this should come through the next couple of
Yeah, right.
Yeah, mate, how's it going? Look, I'm gonna have to give you a call back. Yeah, I'm still here. I've got a hypothetical case for you. A local businessman, let's say by the name of Seamus O'Connor, comes in every Thursday morning and makes a cash withdrawal. Right. Now, does the amount call for a special treatment from bank security? What, you just walk him out the door, that's it? Hypothetically speaking, how much? That much? Well, good on you, Moose. Guys of the family.
PJ, that ex-copper mate of yours is going to get it one day for breaching privacy laws.
None of his mates keep their mouths shut.
How much?
50,000 every Thursday morning for the past month.
$50,000 in cash every Thursday for a month. That's...
$200,000, yes, I can count. But I don't know anything about it. It has to be for his business, that's all.
Well, why was he taking it straight home and not to his panel shop?
I don't know, but He's not a dishonest person or anything. I know that. I know him.
How well do you know?
Really, really, really well.
But you met on the Gold Coast, didn't you?
Yes. Yes, it was before he bought the panel shop. He was on holiday.
From what? Well, what was his previous business?
He sold prestige cars, beautiful ones, like his.
So he had plenty of money to throw around?
No, not really.
Well, he bought 10 raffle tickets from you.
He wanted to get my attention.
Panel shop doing well?
He works hard. He's always there. He deserves to do well.
And you knew that he went to the bank every Thursday?
You think I... Are you saying that I would do anything at all, to hurt the father of my child? Anyway, I must have been at my hairdresser's when Shane was robbed. So that's an alibi, isn't it?
Flop knows exactly what time Lorelei was there. It's all in his appointments book.
See? So she couldn't have been at the robbery scene.
Doesn't mean she didn't set it up. She knows about the money. She knows Shane drives from the bank every Thursday to his place. She could have had an accomplice or accomplices.
What, and robbed the bloke who's made her a mum-to-be? No, I don't think so.
Oh, come on! Shane is toting 50 grand in his Porsche and she's driving a Hyundai and having a hairstyle at Hair Artistry to Mount Thomas.
Not knocking out Dwayne, are you?
If Lorelei was involved, Sergeant, wouldn't she be long gone by now?
You never know. She might have half a brain.
The point is, Shane's working a secret cash account and not letting even Lorelei in on it. Why?
No, the point is, somebody who knows Shane's banking practices assaulted and robbed him, and I want to know who.
Bloke from Shane's panels. Apparently the patrol car's ready to be picked up.
Right, give us a lift.
Oh, yeah. What are you expecting to find there, Constable?
Shane buys into the car business. He deals in large amounts of cash, and he doesn't want to talk to us about it. And suddenly we start getting nicked four-wheel drives on our patch.
Oh, one four-wheel drive that might have just been passing through.
Well, it might explain the cash withdrawals.
Nah, it's a long shot. You're playing at Lone Ranger again, Constable.
Oi! She's over here, mate.
Yeah.
We'll fix the paperwork up later.
Good on you.
No worries, mate.
Got a lot of work on.
Yeah, flat out, actually. But, look, I gotta go, mate. Catch you later, all right?
Yeah, see you, Craig.
Colin Frame, a witness.
Yeah. Just so happens to be an accountant and just so happens to have Shane Connolly as one of his clients.
So presumably he knew all about Shane's Thursday morning visits to the bank?
Or maybe he did, maybe he didn't.
Well, I'd be asking why he didn't say he knew Shane when you interviewed him at the accident scene.
Softly, softly. Let's put this to Shane. Excuse me, where's Mr. Connolly?
Isn't he in his room?
According to the duty nurse, he's made the phone call around 2. Suddenly he's dressed himself and he's headed off out of there.
Discharged himself against medical advice.
No, didn't even bother to discharge himself. He just walked out.
Anybody with him?
What are you thinking?
Well, there's $50,000 involved. Whoever took the money mightn't have finished with him.
That phone call that Shane made from his hospital room was to the Imperial.
Afternoon, Sarge. Jonesy.
Is there a problem?
My friend was just leaving. See you later, mate.
Oh, hey, mate, is that your Beamer out the front?
What about it?
Well, it's parked in a disabled zone, so you just watch where you park it next time.
Who's your friend?
He's a customer of mine.
Yeah, right.
Shane, I think you've got some things you'd like to tell us, right?
I've been paying off a gambling debt to Kim and his Vietnamese mates.
How much?
200,000. 50 grand lots.
happened today?
I went to the bank, as usual, took out the fourth and final payment. I was on my way to meet Kim at my place. I didn't quite make it. Bastards.
And you think Kim could be involved?
Well, he's given me his word. Plus, I mean, why would he go to the trouble? I mean, I was already bringing the money to him.
Well, did your accountant, Colin Frame, know about the withdrawals?
Well, who knows what accountants know?
Well, could he have here?
No way. Not as skinny as Colin. Stronger.
As if Colin would rob Shane, then stay to report it. I know who you should be questioning. Carly Watson. She is an ungrateful little person. She's just nasty enough to do this.
Kylie Watson? That was the girl that was mouthing off in the yard, right?
She reckons Shane owes her some entitlements. As if he has given her more than he had to.
Kylie pulled off a big robbery to get a few bucks back on me. I don't think so.
Kylie was a former employee of yours?
Yeah, mechanic. I had to let her go.
She's got a kid, hasn't she?
Look, Sarge, Kylie's just a hot-headed kid herself with a mouth on her. Come on, sit down, have a drink with us.
No, we gotta push her.
He had good reason to get out of hospital. Some heavy people want their money back. Shane's anxious to deal with it.
That's only if you believe his story about the gambling den.
Sounded plausible to me.
He's a charmer, you gotta watch him.
What about this grudge Kylie supposedly got against Shane?
Kylie, she's basically a decent person and a good mum, isn't she?
Grace took me to see a show at the Dramatic Society a couple of weeks back, and at the backstage get-together afterwards, Colin Frame and Kylie Watson were...
Getting together?
Yeah.
Well, if Colin Frame knew about the cash withdrawals, then maybe he let it slip to Kylie.
Look, you might want to have a word with Hugh Chisholm.
Is he that bloke who was making googly eyes at Chris last night?
Why?
Well, he was Kylie's employer before Shane Connolly took over the business. Well, I think Kylie sees him as a bit of a father figure. Tess?
Yeah, let's go.
What about me?
Unfortunately, Evan, sometimes teamwork means catching up on paperwork.
Pajero as new, original condition, good rubber, any test, private sale.
Pajero? You spotted a stolen one of those just the other day, Chris. You want to be careful.
I told her I know a reliable dealer in St David's and she won't listen.
Can't hurt to look at private sales.
Do you mind if we had a word, sir?
Thanks, Chris.
We're just making some inquiries about a Kylie Watson.
Is she all right?
Yeah, she's fine. We understand she used to work for you.
An apprentice mechanic, you know. I felt awful for her when I lost the business, but she's doing all right now.
What's she doing?
Temp work, you know, here and there.
Why did Shane Connolly actually sack her?
Because he couldn't be bothered training her. And her trying to bring up a kid on her own.
Must have been hard for you. I mean, Shane buying the business from you and actually making a go of it.
I wasn't cut out for it. He was.
Kylie.
Kylie, what's happened?
Troy's gone.
Your little boy. It's okay, it's okay.
Are you sure the front gate was shut?
Yes. No, I'm not sure.
So, how long do you think you'd gone before you'd realised that...
I don't know. A few minutes.
Did you try the neighbours?
No one was home.
Did you search the surrounding houses, the yards?
He wasn't there.
It's okay. It's okay. What about Troy's father? Is it...
No, he wouldn't come near Troy. He doesn't care. You know, I should get home. He'll probably turn up at home. He'll be all right.
What makes you say that?
He has to be.
It's all right. It's all right. It's okay. It's okay. We're looking for him. Right?
Yeah, the search will be focused on...
If you could work your way down there. What are you working on?
I'm taking out the beamer we saw outside the pub.
Jones, we've got a missing child.
Look, the car's owned by Kim Newen.
Mm-hmm.
He's 2 years old, yeah.
Well, he's got four.
What for?
Well, he's a known gang member. Young Asians, mostly into vehicle theft, not gambling.
He could just be some young thug sent to make sure the debt is paid.
Or the 50 grand wasn't intended to pay a gambling debt. Look, it's got something to do with the stolen four-wheel drive.
Okay, Jones. You can push your pet theory all you like once we've found this missing child. Everything set?
Yeah, search and rescue on standby.
Great.
SDS runs with too.
Sarge, there was something
Yeah,
else.
all right,
Colin-
Evan, later. I want you and Joe to get on your bikes and work your way down through the scrubland, okay? Constable Jones.
Yeah.
Troy?
Colin Frame looked frightened.
Colin's a friend of Kylie's. He's worried about her kid.
Well, then why didn't he ask us if we found him?
Troy? Jonesy? Check this out.
Billy, the kid said there are a few down here.
All four-wheel drives.
Get down.
Should check this guy out.
No way. Kim Neon. Well. None of those wrecks had number plates.
Buy a wreck, still a matching model. Swap the numbers.
It's a rebirthing racket. I bet you Shane Connolly's in this up to his neck.
10, thanks.
Receive that, VKC.
Sarge?
Hey.
Oh, g'day, little bloke.
Yeah.
Where have you been?
We found him in the park in Thompson Street.
It's a long way from home.
Sarge, Troy's photo, I left it here. Can I get it back, please?
Yeah, sure.
Come through. You all right? Come on, matey. Some milk or something? You all right?
So, Betty, did you just happen on the kid at the park, or...?
Kylie got a phone call on her mobile.
Who from?
A friend is all she said to me, and then next thing she suggested we drive up towards the park, just in case.
And there he was.
Yep.
All right, I want to look into this. Don't let it go.
Mount Thomas 900, Mount
Turn it
Thomas
off.
208.
Mount Thomas 208, go ahead.
Troy Watson's been found, Joe.
It's a tow truck. They'll have a scanner.
Kylie, who phoned this Arbo?
What?
Well, just before you suggested to Senior Constable Stewart to check the Thompson Park area looking for Troy.
A friend of mine thought she might have seen Troy there.
What's your friend's name?
Tracy.
Tracy?
Someone. I don't know her last name.
You know where she lives?
No, she comes into the shop sometimes.
Which shop?
Place I'm temping in at the moment.
Oh, what's the name of it?
Fashion place. It's in the arcade.
Is that women's clothing?
So?
They have mannequins there, and if one of them went missing, we'd find out about that, Kylie.
Kylie, would you know how to hotwire a Hyundai Sonata?
No.
What are you talking about? You're a mechanic.
Never got past second year apprentice.
Yeah, thanks to Shane Connolly.
All bosses are bastards. He's just one more.
How much does he owe you?
About $2,000 in entitlements.
How well do you know Colin Frame?
He's a mate. Nothing serious. Reformed drunks don't make good dads.
So Colin's your mate, he knew about Shane's business dealings, you hated Shane.
I didn't hate him. He's just a typical boss.
Did you hate Hugh Chisholm when he owned the business?
Hugh's different. Too honest for his own bloody good.
Kylie, do you feel safe?
What?
Because if you're involved with some dodgy types, you're not safe.
Don't think this is the end of it. Giving back the stolen money.
What money?
She could have known about the 50 grand from Colin Frame. And she's got a grudge against Shane, whatever she says.
Yeah, but Colin Frame was on the scene when you got there. I mean, if he was involved, why hang around?
According to Shane, whoever slugged him was of a stronger build than Colin.
So we have a third party.
Kylie and this third party dumped Lorelei's car in the gully and set her the light.
You know, we could be looking at a violent crime that's been committed by a bunch of idiots with no criminal form whatsoever.
If we are, they're in trouble. These are bad people I've crossed. You and Kylie are pretty good friends.
So?
Well, she's a nice girl. Must have boosted your ego when she went out with you.
I don't know what you mean by that.
Well, if she was in trouble, you'd help her, wouldn't you?
Trouble?
What if she needed your help?
To do what?
To get even. Shane Conley sacked her.
He ripped her off. He made her very angry.
Let's talk about $50,000.
I don't know what you mean by
Don't kid yourself, Mr. Frame.
$50,000. Some people would kill for that sort of money. Colin, you're in the real world. You think you can just walk away and they're not going to come after you?
They're going to make an example out of you.
You're all at risk, believe me.
You want to be safe, your best bet is to tell us. Colin, do yourselves a favour.
We'll go to prison.
This is not the Amateur Dramatic Society, Colin. There are worse things than prison.
He went to Kylie's house. He just walked in and grabbed a little boy.
Who?
Shane Connolly. He told her that she'd get Troy back when he got the money back, and then she came to me and I told her to give it back.
Who had the money?
It was hidden.
Where?
We hid it in a dead tree.
So Kylie knew where it was.
Why didn't she give it back?
Well, she did.
No, she went to the pub looking for... Who, for us? No.
No, not us. She went to tell Hugh Chisholm, didn't she? Isn't that right, mate?
There you go, what to tell you.
Wish I called him.
No, wait. I'll have a scanner in there too.
Wait up, Jonesy.
Keep an eye on things in there. I'm gonna go take a squeeze.
Be careful.
Does that look like a battle job to you? There's got to be some compliance plates or something. I'm going to check it out.
Now, you leave us alone and we call it quits, okay? Yeah, all right, mate. Just go easy, all right?
Police, don't move! Put the gun down now.
He kidnapped Kylie's little boy.
We'll deal with it, Chisholm. Just put the gun down now. Connolly!
Yeah, back off! Back off!
Put the weapon down and put your hands behind your head now.
Why don't you try and make me? Good night, copper.
Police, don't move! Check him, Joe. Secure the weapon, Joe. Hey, Connolly! Stay right where you are!
You go somewhere, son!
Joe,
Back it up!
put your gun away and secure the weapon.
Down on the ground! Weapon! Down on the ground! Get down on the ground!
It's okay. Put your gun away and secure the weapon. Thomas 358 to PKC. Reporting of police shooting. Male city gunshot wound. Require ambulance. For a duty officer immediately.
Save that 358, stand by.
I know how your mate is.
Slant's no mate of mine.
Well, he's going to live. And he's going to be going down for attempted murder.
Goody.
Kim Newen and his gang bought the wrecks, right? And they matched them up with near-new four-wheel drives they nicked from the Trendy suburbs.
That's what you say.
Well, there's a ready sale for good, clean four-wheel drives around here, right?
No comment.
What, you can't explain the stolen vehicles on your premises with the altered engine and chassis numbers?
No comment.
What did you pay per vehicle? Was it 4, 5 grand? You could have done a bit better than that. Took you for a mug.
You're looking at some pretty serious charges, Shane. Assault with a weapon, kidnapping and stolen motor vehicles. And you got nothing to say.
Yeah, well, maybe I'll meet up with our 3 good citizens inside, eh?
We'll be keeping all 3 of you here until bail is determined. If bail is refused, you'll be spending the night in St David's lockup. Go with Senior Constable Stewart, please.
Tom, the shotgun was never loaded.
Doesn't make any difference.
How long?
Probably 8 to 10 years.
I planned it all. I hit Shane Connolly. The others only played a minor part.
You'll have your chance in court.
You know, there was a time when a man's handshake was as good as his word. He took my business off me. He cheated me. He left me with debts I can't repay. Debts to friends.
Look, Hugh, unfortunately there are people like that in the world, but you can't turn to crime to solve your problems and then not expect to pay the consequences when you get caught.
Come with me, please, Mr Chisholm.
Well, believe me, mate, good people have had all they're going to take.
We got a result, right? Shane Connolly and the four-wheel drive scam, and you got the 3 good citizens, so it was a good job all round, eh?
Except you went off without keeping me informed.
I couldn't. They had a scanner.
You could have found a way. You know it. We could have known what we were walking into there. But no! You had to go off like a spoiled, stubborn brat on your own.
Hey.
Did nothing I say about teamwork get through to you?
Yeah, teamwork goes both ways. And you wouldn't listen to anything I had to say.
Don't try to put this onto me. Joe is in counselling now because you wouldn't play by the team rules.
That's not fair.
You turned your back on her. On all of us.
Okay, I'm sorry. Why don't we just go and get a beer and we'll start afresh tomorrow?
No. You can't wrap this one up with a cold beer at the end of the day. It's not all going to be fine tomorrow. It's not going to be the same.
Yes.
Just get out.